as you bring the best of yourself, your life evolves. It evolves to match your dreams, and also with some key tactics and support, you can then scale your business. So our experts are here today to share how to evolve yourself and then get the support you need to scale your business. So let's go say hi to our experts. Welcome to WSA TV. Hi, Michelle.
Hi, Laura. Nice to be here, everyone. My name is Michelle Howe. I'm an evolutionary guide. I'm a speaker. I'm based out of Syracuse, New York. And to learn more about me, visit empathevolution.com.
Great to have you, Michelle. Hi, Katia.
Hi, Laura. Hi all. I'm Katia Dedovic. I'm a solopreneur in technology. I'm based in Montreal, Quebec, Canada. I'm a solopreneur. I forgot to mention becoming a techno writer. I'm in Canada. Thank you.
Nice to have you, Katia. And hi, Natasha.
Hi, Laura. I'm Natasha Clawson. I'm based in Salmon, Idaho right now, and I'm a digital marketing educator and strategist. You can find me at natashaclawson.com.
Great to have you. We're going to have a rich show here, I can just tell, because, when you evolve yourself to the point where you're really, really focused on your vision, you will scale your business. So I want to ask each of you the question of how to do that. So Michelle, let's start with you. Well, what advice do you have for people to evolve themselves?
Well, evolve yourself, involve your business. Most of the people watching this are business professional women. Evolving yourself really is a byproduct of everything you do every day, right? So your business is a vehicle that pushes you, evolves you. How do you do that? You step into what's presented in front of you. You start noticing, feeling what uplifts you, what's a yes, what's a no. And, no one knows the lay of the land where you're going. So you have to start to trust that inner voice, trust your body, trust yourself, even when, maybe all the evidence that you might be looking at logically, and then you have insecurities of your own, might be like, oh, I don't know if I can do this. Step back, trust yourself, and take that step. Just, step into something that's uncomfortable, making it comfortable for yourself. It's almost like customizing, like just making sure you're okay. You're on your own side. You're the cheerleader of what's happening here. So growing your business is a part of growing yourself. No, there's no distinction. It's the same thing.
I love that you brought that out, that growing yourself equals growing your business. Because you can only, would you agree, you can only grow your business as much as your personal evolution has gone to?
Well, when you're a solopreneur, like when you're part of a corporate, it's a little different, but when you're a solopreneur, your business is a reflection of you. And it's really hard to hide who you are. You want to keep your business will evolve like you evolve. You don't want to get stuck in something that's no longer reflective or inspiring or passionate to you. So you have to keep that door open.
Yeah. And even if you're in corporate, the more you evolve yourself, the higher up you will climb the ladder, or can achieve that. Would you agree?
Yes, you create that space. People respond to you. Like having that identity of who you are and bringing that forward as some amazing thing. You're growing, you impact everybody around you.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for that reminder, and to give us that confidence we can do it, we can trust ourselves. So Katia, I wanted to go over to you now, because this is the perfect question to ask you is, what advice do you have for those who want to evolve themselves and maybe step into their vision?
Well, I think Michelle did she's nicely put she said it quite good. I would say just stick to what you're good at. We can easily get lost as an entrepreneur, especially when you're transitioning career. As myself, I've been in this business for over 25 years. Now I'm transitioning. And you have to be reminded that you just to stick to what you're good at, and you'll find a way to make it work. You have to trust, be confident in yourself, and just not upskill, yeah, step into your skills and trust yourself and just continue. Myself, if I take my experience, I was in the consulting services business. I still am, but now I'm transitioning to become a writer, a techno writer that I call. And yeah, I just stick to what I'm good at, even though it's a little bit different than what I used to do before.
It sounds like you're really focused in a particular area and you're not being distracted by shiny objects, or that would be your advice, is like stay focused, like you keep saying, stick to what you're good at and don't get distracted by shiny objects. Is there anything you would advise to help them stay focused versus this is the next latest good idea?
Yeah, you have to repeat to yourself and post everything. You take anything to keep you reminded of what you're good at, and just stick to it. Yeah, because when there's so much, where we have so much information that surrounds us online, our entourage, and we can easily get a bit distracted, and yeah, and not get lost, but almost, and yeah, looking to find yourself, and yeah, you just need to stick to what you're good at. Just keep reminding yourself that if you're good at this, just stick to it, and find a new way. If the old way doesn't work anymore, that's my, not that it doesn't work anymore, but I want to change a bit the business model. Well, you'll find a way to make it work the way you want, and that's what I'm trying to do now. And I'm quite positive and confident that it's going to work in the future. I'm just shifting a bit my career to write down my thoughts, my ideas, and then I'll spread again my consulting services once. Yeah, I've done that. So that would be my advice.
Excellent. Yes. And stay focused, stick to what you're good at. And I love that in conjunction with what Michelle said, is like, trust yourself, step into the uncomfortable and stay focused. That's like brilliant. These two combinations. Okay. So Natasha, now if people are ready to scale their business, I know you have some strategies and tactics. What would you recommend?
Yeah, so just like Michelle said about trusting yourself, another element after you trust yourself is actually putting yourself out there. And so many entrepreneurs shy away from growing their social media or online presence because it can feel very effortful and without many engagements or results. But if you want to scale your business past simple referrals, you really need a marketing engine to drive that. And before social media, marketing was so expensive. It could easily cost you hundreds or thousands of dollars for billboards or ads. So I really want to gift the mindset to the entrepreneurs out there that you have so much unlimited opportunity and free opportunity still in this day and age with organic social media that you can leverage. And so my advice is that you do leverage that opportunity, and there will never be a better time to start than right now.
And is there a first step you'd recommend people start with on social media?
Consistently posting. That's going to make the biggest difference. A lot of people, I think, don't give it long enough. I'd say take 6 to 12 months to post consistently, and you will be amazed by the results.
Nice. And also do really good posts.
Yes, always tweak your posts, see what works. When you get something that gets engagement, double down on that strategy, tweak it a little bit for the next time, and keep capitalizing on the things that you see working.
Yeah. And I love that we have the three of you here, because we start out with where we're at personally. We evolve ourselves to get to that confidence. We stay focused, and then we go online and we help people. So it's really a beautiful formula for evolving and scaling one's business and making a bigger impact. So I want to learn a little bit more about each of you. So Michelle, would you tell us a little bit more, like, who do you work with? What do you do with the people you work with?
What do I do? I teach, I educate, I awaken. It's a lot of talk, discussion, deeper, inner type of work. Usually they're the deep thinkers, sensitives. They are aware that they're here to heal. They're here healing. They're feeling other people. They know that things are going awry around them, and it's managing the sensitivity and then stepping into the opportunity to raise their consciousness, to heal their wounds that they have notice that they have, because we all have them. Self-doubt is one of them, right? We all have that, creeps its ugly little head up, right? And then, things from our past, emotional mastery, life mastery, those are the things that come into my programs or my mentorship with people.
Nice. Wow. So how did you get into this? Do you have a story?
Of course, everybody has a story. I would say my story, it's short and simple to the point. I was always very driven, very insightful, very intuitive, observant, and everything was planned out. I had everything, so I thought, right? Here I thought I had it all. And then I didn't. Like, my life on the inside fell apart. On the outside, I could definitely, we all have this inner world and the outer, what we show the world versus what's actually happening on the inside. So when it fell apart on the inside, I was totally like, how can this happen to me? Of all the people in the world, this cannot happen to me. So I went into a depression and all this other jazz. But I found my way through that. And one of the things I discovered was that I was quite empathic, and I needed a 2x4 to hit me upside the head for me to even find the word. So I found Judith Orloff with sensitivity. And I'm like, am I sensitive? Yes, but I'm not going to tell anybody I'm sensitive. Nobody would ever guess I'm sensitive. So then I found the word empath, 30 traits of an empath. And I'm like, oh, yes, these are me. I'm like, this is absolutely me. So that's what started me on my path. And what I do really, when I mentor people, is I've walked this walk of becoming more conscious of who I am versus maybe I've always been me, but I didn't know as much as that inner part of me was all, my success was all based on what was going on the outside. I didn't really understand the sensitivity and the feelings and the emotions and how that worked for me. So that's what I help people master.
It's so important, especially when they want to grow in their external world, their career, their business.
It will stop you. It will, there are so many patterns and so many behaviors. There comes a point where none of them work anymore. And guess what? You gotta look. You gotta look at yourself, because that's where it starts and that's where it stops. Like, your life is really a reflection of you.
It is. Brilliant. Thank you for all the good work you do. And Katia, I wanted to come over to you and ask you a little bit more about the work you're doing now. What is it that you're doing? Who do you want to impact?
Well, I want to inspire women in technology by my writing. I want them to get inspired. I have some ideas, as I mentioned before, that I want to share inside a book, well, 2 books actually that I'm writing now. My vision, my vision of the web, the way I see it, and on the upside of it, the counterpart of it, I'm writing also kind of a Black Mirror science fiction book that kind of an impact analysis of what could go wrong with this kind of vision. And I don't have all the keys and the clues, and it's just a small vision of mine, but still, I think with all the experience I have, I can share it through writings, and hopefully, it's going to inspire women in technology. My goal at the long-term goal would be really to build on it and develop a female tech incubator program where I could sell some counseling services on things that we could do, not just women, but any person working on the web, how we could improve things, because there's some trajectories in the web that I think need to be fixed. I'm not saying that I'm on my side alone, I'll be able, but hopefully if I can share some ideas, it can ring some bells to other women, other people that they wish to improve the web for the better. Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about your background. How did you get to this point?
It's kind of I have a kind of a atypical path in technology, because I studied in quality management. Well, they call it production operation management. It's basically commerce degree that I have, and I just had this facility in technology, and I ended up doing some project on the business side and on the technological side of it. mainly because I had this main skill of the kind of a technical drawing that I kind of learned by myself. It was more easy. I had this kind of skill to map and model business processes, system processes, so it could speak to engineers and tech people that are more techy than me. I have this facility, to just transpose one sheet, one paper into a drawing, and speaks normally to people like engineers, and they can help them figure out the right solution at the end. So I've been doing this for the last 25 years with different organizations in Quebec, Canada. I helped them evolve their ecosystem, their thing, but always in their web environment, in their stack. But on the other side, I'm seeing how the web goes, and I don't know how I have such a limited knowledge of how it works behind the scenes, but still I think that with all the things I know, there's a way I can maybe help build a better vision for the web. And so it's I started like this. I've been doing this, and I work as a second-tier supplier for a technology agency for the last 12 years with my own company, SCKD Inc. I got contract for the last easily the last 10 years, and then the last 2-3 years were a little bit harder because the pace was just keeping faster and faster. It was asking me much and much time and effort because I'm near 50 now, so the pace is going too fast sometimes for me.
Well, thank you. I can totally see how you're going to help people in their technology projects. You've already done it in the past, so bravo. And I wanted to go over to Natasha. So tell us, who do you work with and what do you do with them?
I love helping women business owners figure out effective and sustainable methods for marketing and growing their business online. Most of the women I work with are a one-woman show or maybe have a virtual assistant. So making the most of the time that they spend on those efforts and actually getting results is important. We have such limited time. And one of the biggest pain points I see is entrepreneurs who are so talented and have services who can help people, but they're struggling to get the attention that they need to effectively grow their audience and make those sales. And as a result, they're not making enough money sometimes to keep their business going or making the money that they could be making. And right now I'm seeing a lot of success for my clients using DM automation, using ManyChat. And if you're not familiar with that, I'm sure if you've been on Instagram and seen comment, guide, and I'll send you my free guide to the comments, that's what DM automation is. It just sends those emails while you're away, or emails, DMs, direct messages, not emails. And this is really helping people increase their engagement by getting people to comment and be in the DMs. And what that does is it makes your post reach more eyeballs. So it's like gaming the algorithm in a good way, because ManyChat has a partnership with Instagram. So just, you could be making the same post, but by adding that DM automation on, it's going to reach more people and be more effective for you.
I love that strategy. Can you share a story about how that worked for someone?
Yes. So one of the clients I'm working with, I just went through and ran the numbers for the last 6 months, and we have increased their audience by 18, or me, not we, it's just me. I've increased them by 18,000 followers in 6 months. And that's 25% increase in their audience and a 400% increase in their monthly follower count. So that was just by adding DM automation to their normal daily posting strategy. And if you have a small audience, this can still work for you, because even if you're only getting, you have 50 followers and you get 2 comments a day, if you increase that by 100% and keep growing like that, you're going to see results. So it helps just create automation and more engagement to help you get that growth that you're looking for.
Wow, that's great. Talk about scaling your business. That can really help. So thank you for the great work you're doing with the business owners to scale using social media and the DMs automated. This is just robust today, what you all have done. And I love Women Speakers Association because we get to meet dynamic women who support each other, who are at various phases of their businesses and help others. So I wanted to know from you all who are here, our experts, what is the value to you by being in Women Speakers Association, Michelle?
Well, it's being associated with other wonderful people around the country. So, it's like a sisterhood in that way because we're all doing very mission-driven work, in my opinion, like in a very endearing way. Like this is all to upscale. We're all upscaling our lives, but we're serving in some way one another. So it's a good place to be.
Yeah. Well, thanks. Absolutely. We're here to be for each other. And also, Katia, what is the value of Women Speakers Association for you?
Oh yeah, I agree with Michelle. It's kind of opening our horizon. It's connections all around the world. Yeah, and for me myself, I got inspired with the Women Speaker Association because I didn't see myself as a speaker, but I was kind of that I just said, okay, I'm going to try. And then I realized I could be a speaker by being a writer, which I was more comfortable and I could share more easily my ideas and really just what I was thinking to myself, just spread it out on the paper and writing it. And and when I look at the my movie application, also gave me other hints, other ideas of solution that I could work on in the future. So to help me build the web vision. And I started to, just after the registration, I started to write the vision statement that I'm working on and the science fiction book that I'm writing on. So I would never have told that I would be becoming a writer and I would start to write. But it just started like this. So I'm really grateful for the inspiration that the WSA gave me.
Yeah, there's a ton of inspiration. We have a ton of resources like the Mind movies you talked about, and also the sisterhood, like Michelle talked about. And Natasha, what has been the value for you of being a part of Women Speakers Association?
Well, I got to be in Voices of the 21st Century, Volume 2, which was several years ago now. And like the other women here said today, the relationships, I know so many of the same people that I met from that first project. So there's just so many resources and connections to help you grow your business and evolve your personal self too, right? Because as we talked about earlier, that's all together. And speaking is such a wonderful marketing tool. So combining that with some of the digital marketing strategies for social media, like we were talking today, is just an amazing way to grow your business.
Yes, and Voices of the 21st Century is our anthology. We love to call it a collaborative book because it really is a sisterhood. This was the last one. And can I tell them about Natasha actually designed this and all of our voices covers. So she's also a talented designer. So that's what we do here at Women Speakers Association. We let your message get out. If you don't, like Katia said, you don't have to be a speaker, but if your voice matters, whether it's written or you're going to get on a stage. And if you're going to write because you have a message, you're at some point going to talk about it. So we want to invite you to step in like Natasha and Michelle and Katia have done and join Women Speakers Association at joinwsa.com. Or if you want to just put your toe in the water and get some resources, we have a free speaker success plan. And you can certainly do that and get on our mailing list, learn about some of the networking opportunities we have, watch some more WSA TV shows at speakersuccessplan.com. That'll get you on the on-ramp. And also join our Facebook community. We love welcoming new members, women members into our Facebook community. So Katia, Michelle, Natasha, you are brilliant women. I am so grateful to have you on the show. You certainly helped everyone evolve themselves and scale their businesses. So thank you so much. We'll be back next week with another episode of WSA TV. I'm Laura Rubinstein, your host and producer. Bye for now, everyone.